He really misses his wife. "33rd floor, bikinis and dildos and sandwiches." Well, they've gone from going backward and forward to just going round in circles.
Enemy unit sighted.
Alright, let's see. How do we do? How do we do? Blow. 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 Yay, I'm the best blow jobber ever. Take you, right? Woo! I'm alive! Fuck, I'm dead. Shit.
A stubborn enough person can survive just about anything.
Technically, I did not survive a ship exploding. I died and was brought back to life. There's a huge difference between surviving and being revived. Ask Eris. Too soon? I was expecting it to be X, not Y. We crushed that ball. I'm a ball buster. Ha ha! Let me feel very dirty. This doesn't seem so bad yet. That's gonna kill me though. Yep. This doesn't seem so bad. That's gonna kill me though. Damn it, she's still. You're gonna do it again, aren't you? And you're miss. Motherfucker! Great. What the hell do I do? Guess I won't go very far when I die this time. Oh, I almost got her dead. Come here. Die. Die, lady. No. Don't want to. Oh, shit. I hit the wrong thing. Oh, God, did I hit the wrong thing? A very wrong thing. Shit. In the dark, shadowed corners of time, many stories have taken root and blossomed. Tales of heroes whose deeds echoed through the ages, and of villains whose names became synonymous with infamy. Of battles waged between the forces of light and shadow. On a quest that defies reason, a lone ship ventures into that abyss, guided by its bold and courageous captain, his ferocious feline companion, and a crew of outcasts and misfits. Across entire worlds, dimensions, through the darkest depths of space, and beyond the limits of known time, in pursuit of the ultimate power of the Quad. These are the adventures of the Starship Dragon. Everybody put your hands in the air and say, ha! Holy shit. Sorry, I suddenly went prepubescent there. Welcome aboard the Starship Dragon, everybody. I am Commander Krim. Glad to have you here on this Tuesday. Yeah. Tuesday evening.
Pizza cannon loaded and ready to throw.
I literally was just like, what day is it? Did I stream yesterday? No. Will I stream tomorrow? Yes. So it's not a Monday. Hi, Josh. Welcome in. Oh, boy. I've had an interesting day today, just as far as like my... It's an interesting fight I've had with my brain today. Does she like you? Does she not like you? Should you bother? Should you not bother? Yeah, it's been weird. But I will say I did get actually quite a bit done yesterday in Jedi Survivor. As far as like some side stuff, I left Tanlor, went back to the different planets, looked up a walkthrough guide that showed me the locations of all of the stem expansion things to give me basically more heals. And there was apparently 5 more. There were 5 that I had missed. So now I've literally doubled my stems. I now have 10, in case you can't math. And so I should be, barring some real crazy bullshit like getting stun locked and whatnot, I should have nary a problem for the rest of this game. Hi, Comet. So yeah, hopefully I can get through. I mean, assuming this is the last mission, I don't know. I thought that maybe the fight with Dagan was going to be the last one, but it clearly wasn't. So at least up to Bode, I can probably, finally get past that part. Again, it's all going to depend on if I get stun locked into a spot where I can't heal, which, despite, doesn't matter how many stems I have, if that happens, that happens. I don't get like an automatic heal. It just happens the way it does. So, hello, Comet. With a little luck, we'll get past Bode today. Oh boy. And I'll be glad to be done with this game. Again, I'll give a full review after I finish playing it, like I always do. But like a summary, I'll give like a summary real quick, is the pathfinding, figuring out where to go in this game was very frustrating. Some of the fights were tough, but short of a few like specific circumstances, it's never really like unfair, I feel. Yeah, the stun lock things happen and I bitch about it, but that's just kind of that's just a thing. That's how these types of games, these Soulsborne games, have a tendency to work. Unless you have a way to cancel your animation, so animation move cancels, you have no way of being able to control when you're actually able to dodge as long as you're not in an animation. And it's just kind of a thing you got to deal with. And, that does get a little frustrating, but that's just how it is. So that's why, there really hasn't been many fights in this game to where I felt like it was an unfair fight. Even something like Darth Vader, who was tremendously difficult, I still felt every time I died was usually my mistake. Missed time to dodge the wrong direction, because there are some dodges or some attacks that you need to dodge a specific way in order to avoid it, instead of just pressing a dodge button and it work every time, right? You know, like if you're, same is true with like Elden Ring. If you've got an attack that's coming overhead, you don't want to dodge forward or backward because you're going to get hit by it no matter what. That's when you want to dodge laterally, left or right. If the enemy is doing a horizontal swing, you don't want to dodge left or right, or you don't want to dodge in the same direction as the attack, because obviously you're going to come out of the dodge, you're going to get hit by the attack, right? That's where you want to dodge forward or backward, you know, that kind of thing. You know, so when those mistakes happen, you know, that's a mistake on the player's part. That's not anything to get, or at least for me, not anything to get frustrated over, other than my own like incompetencies. On the other hand, there is one thing that I will again glance over because I want to talk about it in more detail once I do finish the game, and that is what I just call the red attacks, the unblockable attacks, where the enemy or the target glows red before they make a move, meaning that attack is completely unblockable. So your only option is to dodge. And, you know, I have a real big problem with that. I really do. And it's not necessarily specific to this game. It is an issue I've had in other games that have had that mechanic. Ghost of Tsushima kind of had that as well. Although there was I would say it's a little bit easier in Ghost of Tsushima because they have two different types of like tells, like flashing tells to tell you whether or not you could dodge that move or whatever. You know, again, that's just kind of like what I want to go over once I do eventually finish the game. So I just kind of wanted to like throw that out there real quick. But hello again, Comet. Please pick a place to be. I don't want you going back and forth. This is definitely not a time I need you to go back and forth. This is a tough boss fight, and I want to get through with it. So pick a place. Love you, bud, but you got to pick a place. So yeah. We're going back into Jedi Fallen Order, or sorry, Jedi Survivor, and hopefully finish our confrontation with Bode. I did do a few optional boss fights. I guess I can go ahead and start the recording of this part because you're talking about the game. There are a few, when I went back to do some off-screen exploration for the other stems, I did come across a couple of optional bosses, and I fought them and beat them, and one of them was the, I'm not going to be able to remember the name, so it doesn't really matter what they called, but it was a couple of them that were like guarding a chest where I can expand my stem supply. So I had to beat them in order to get it. And so I did that. So it was kind of cool to get a little extra experience. I got one more skill, which was something one more skill point, I should say, which I really didn't need anywhere. So I just put it on my, my one-handed, my single saber attack skill. So, you know, really doesn't matter. I don't think it makes any difference for my setup, considering I'm using dual wield. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I just ate dual wield sabers and the saber staff. So, yeah. But the fact I now have 10 stems it's a relief. I feel relieved that I have a little bit extra insurance now. But that doesn't mean, that does not, like I said, guarantee me a win. It does not guarantee me at all, because there could be easily stun lock animations or whatever that could get me killed just as easily. So hopefully it'll help. Also, hi Gaming Master, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. So let's get this party started. And let's go. All right. I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. Oh, I'm walking into a wall while trying to adjust my microphone. We're fixing to do what I think might be the final boss of the game, but of course I've said that once already and it wasn't. But this has certainly been the toughest fight so far of this game. I'm probably going to need a few extra attempts because I've been away from the game for 24 hours. Jesus. Now he's gonna grab her.
Distract him. I will strike from the shadows.
Ah, that one got me. What? Wow, okay. Yep. It's been 24 hours since I played this game, so I'm already out of practice. Ooh, I dodged that. Nice. What the? I pushed block. Why do they come out of block?
Don't know how you survived.
Shit. Oh, wow. I dodged that again? I swear I thought I got hit. I did, Kingdom. What is going on? Why am I not getting my parries? There's no way I'm missing those. Okay, now we do the C. Now we're to phase 2. You renew your PlayStation subscription? Nice. Nice. I think I have mine done in like January, so I should be good for another nearly a year. All right, phase 2. I still have 8 doohickeys. Damn it.
Another sim.
A pushback.
Bleed out. BB, I need help. Run.
Okay, I dodged that, but okay, game. You don't want to say that I didn't, that's fine too. I didn't mean to change saber stances.
What you got, Kestis? Stay away from Nada.
Hit you a bunch while your saber's out in your hand. Damn it. It's all right. May take me a few times to get back into rhythm because last time I fought him was Sunday night. I'd be surprised if I get to the third phase within like 2 or 3 tries.
Distract him. I will strike from the shadows.
How you survived? I'm hit.
All right, second phase.
What you got, Kestis?
No, I'm on Jedi Knight difficulty, which is like normal, I guess. Plus, if this was easy, I would have had him beat a long time ago. I'm not that bad. I'm not this bad at games. All right, third phase. Actually, surprised I got the third phase this quickly. Remember, you've got different stances. I got to be aware of that. Damn it. Yeah.
Comes first.
What makes that third phase so hard is he's throwing in his red attacks. He doesn't have red attacks in the first two phases outside of him shooting you, which that just, you know, that's just a timed dodge. Since his counterattacks also include red attacks, that's what makes it more difficult. Like that right there.
Target. You will yield. Distract him. I will strike from the shadows.
Come on.
Okay. I need to heal as soon as I land. Probably should go ahead and just grab the pickup right there. I gotta get to him though. Get to it though. Not what I wanted to do, but okay. Didn't really mean to trigger this slow move, but probably helped with the damage a little bit. Yeah, that move there, that's what I can't, that's one of his other red moves. I'm down to half health right now. I think he gets to phase 3 just as his health bar drains past his name. Yeah, there we go. All right, here's the hard phase, because I haven't done this one enough to really get used to his moves yet. Sure, breaking him easier. All right, here we go. head's stronger than yours, bitch. Come on! Yeah! Oh! Oh! Damn! I didn't even need to. I didn't even need to get all my extra stims because I think I still have 8 left.
Bode, we know what it's like to grow up alone.
Please listen to them, Papa.
All right. And when the Empire comes, will you be able to protect my little girl? I'm sorry, Kata. I tried.
No, Papa!
Stay back!
Oh Jesus! He's gonna go off. He's gonna tap into the dark side to save. Uh-oh. Your gun broke. Fuck! Well, that fight's over. Damn, I really didn't. I mean, I'm glad to have won, but I feel kind of bad that I couldn't have done it with the stems that I had. I could have beat him with 5 stems. I think I still had 8 left after that fight, or 7, something like that.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks.
Or she didn't break a bone when Bode threw her backwards.
We should speak. I was not much older than you when I lost my family. For many years I carried this pain. I did not want to feel better.
Why?
I thought if I let go of the pain, I would be letting go of the people I loved. But I was wrong.
Yeah, his saber is the same as
And one day, I met someone who
Dagon's.
also lost
Did he
his
take
family.
Dagon's saber?
Together we found another way to survive.
Did I miss that part?
This pain is yours. It is part of you.
When my mother died, it changed Papa. And me too, I guess.
Yes. But it does not have to define you. And you must not let it consume you.
What did you just knock off, Comet? Suddenly one of the bodies jumps up. Shit, it's hot! Sorry, I'm totally ruining the moment. Eye rolls. The hell was that movement animation of Merritt? What the? Oh, it's speeding up. Okay. I thought it was a bug of some kind. I feel like he's starting to like hear the call of the dark side because he had used so much dark power to fight Bode, as well as give in to his emotions regarding Marin.
You saved my life on Braca. You let me walk my own path when I needed to. You taught me what it truly means to be a Jedi. Now you're gone. We will continue your legacy, Seer. We will build something that can outlast the Empire. I promise you that. I promise. But I'm scared. I almost lost myself. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready for what comes next.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Kingdom. I was on Sunday. I thought I was going to beat this quickly, and I was going to play Universe at War. I didn't expect this. I didn't expect this fight to only take 30 minutes.
Cal, guide her through the darkness.
Talking about Bode's daughter? Guide her through the darkness? I would assume that's who he means. I, I'm frustrated at myself that I was that close to beating the game. And again, I did it without needing the extra stems. That I thought my first thought on Sunday night when I stopped when I ran out of time was that I didn't have enough stems to get through the fight, because I would always be like really close to beating it. Well, I say always. There was a few times that I got, really close to beating Bode, and and I just was out of stems, and I had like that, like just little health left. I just needed a little bit more insurance, and now after getting the extra stems, I didn't even need them. I think I beat that. I think that last fight only needed 2 to 3 stems. I mean, part of it could be attributed to fatigue, because I had been playing for 8 hours, going on 9 hours at that point. But and fighting that one fight probably for at least an hour. So, I mean, possibly. Well, as I do, let me give my my perspective on this game. Admittedly, I'm gonna try my best to keep my thoughts on this game separate from Jedi Fallen Order, which should be relatively easier, because it was 4 years ago when I played Fallen Order, and so there's probably not much that I'm going to remember. I do remember that there was only one fight in the entirety of Fallen Order that I had to peel back the difficulty like one level in order to beat it. And that was the first boss fight that we had in this game, which was the huge sister, with the spikes on her face and all that other stuff, the really muscular sister. That fight in Fallen Order was the one I was like, okay, I've got to go to an easier difficulty. And once I beat her, I went back to the regular difficulty, the original difficulty that I was on. And I probably could have done that in this game as well a couple of times, but I felt like, again, like I was saying earlier, that most of the times when I died, it was because of my own mistakes. It was a misread time. It was a misread tell of the enemy's movements. Didn't dodge fully enough out of the way of a red attack. I just missed a parry timing, things that are completely within my control to have prevented, and I just, for to put it simply, I fucked up. It's not like some other games, like say my issues that I had with some of the stuff in Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, where there were parts that were just like, this is just bad controls. There's bad issues here. There's just like a bullshit thing happening that I can't avoid. Those kind of things are what frustrate me more than anything else. I don't mind fighting a boss 50, 60, 70 times. I'd rather not, but I don't mind fighting him if every time I died was because of my own mistake, because of, like I mentioned, a misread tell, missed time to dodge, sometimes I would even get I get a little too greedy with my attacks and leave myself open to a counterattack that would kill me, There were a few times that I felt the game was unfair, but looking back on some of those moments, it was obviously just a bad roll on my own part, a bad read, whatever. Like I said before, my own mistakes. That said, I have some legitimate criticisms about this game. I don't really want to say I have like, I'm just going to talk about them. They're not necessarily any kind of particular order, like order of importance or order of like which ones annoyed me more or whatever. I'm just going to throw out my complaints. And the first one I want to discuss is the level design, the world design. There were so many times I was wasting my time looking around for a place to go, not figuring out what I needed to do, couldn't see what I had to do, thought I saw a path and I took it and it didn't go where I wanted it to go, or looked like I found the path that I needed to go and it was just a dead end or an optional path. And that's not good design. That's not good level design. That's not good world design. And that's extremely aggravating to me. I felt like they had changed their format of the level design of the worlds in this game compared to Fallen Order. Again, it's been 4 years, so I may have forgotten, but I don't remember struggling with getting around in Fallen Order to the same extent as I did in this game. Yeah, there was still the, jumping and making and having to parkour over things and wall walk and whatnot in Fallen Order, but I felt like there was more of it here, and many times it was hard to find, hard to do. Like the designs of their worlds was less linear, which is not always a good thing. It's not always, I'm not saying that linear isn't a good thing, nor is it really a bad thing if it's designed good. But I feel like their attempt to be less linear in the pathing of the worlds in this game led to a lot of problems for me. And again, that may be all on me, but there was a lot of shit that was just like, that's where I needed to go? And it was really more annoying than anything when I was trying to get to an objective location and I found a path that I thought was the path I needed to take, and I end up going into a hidden area that was just a reward for a side quest or like a chest for exploration, that kind of thing, or went into one of those big boxes that took you down into one of those puzzles where you had to use the floaty balls and whatnot, and the cobalt material to, make all the flaming paths and all that. That annoys me. That annoys me. If I was looking for those things, then it wouldn't bother me. But in this game, I really wanted to just stick to the main story. And when I found the side stuff where I thought was the main story, it really aggravated me. Also, I don't care too much for the rewards in those chests being just cosmetics. I would have liked for them to have given me like some semblance of gear or accessories or something that actually improved my character. Sort of like, to compare it to other Soulsborne games, you find a chest, you open it up, and you get a sword out of it, okay? Well, this sword is like 2 points better than my current sword. Okay, let's use it, something like that. Put those kind of things, maybe not specifically swords, it doesn't really matter what it is, but put something in there that is actually useful for the gameplay, not just a cosmetic collectible. That really draws me away from wanting to go look for those boxes, because there was nothing in there except cosmetics, whether it was color cosmetics, whether it was just a change on your lightsaber or your blaster's appearance, all purely cosmetic, nothing that actually improved the gameplay in any way. I don't even think you got perks out of those boxes. The only time you got perks was when you meditated at one of those little like blue, like light up statue kind of things that gave you either extra health or extra force or extra experience, or sometimes it would give you a perk. Those are really the only times you actually got anything useful out of exploring. And I felt that was a missed opportunity. The combat was mostly good. Like I would even go as far as say 95% good. I enjoyed a vast majority of the combat. To step back a second to the exploration of the worlds, what bothered me about a lot of the exploration unfortunately brought me back to a few little sort of negative flashbacks to Doom Eternal. To to kind of give you some perspective, I loved Doom 2016, every bit of it. Gunplay, gameplay, the environments, the exploration, what little exploration there was, exploration and so forth, all of it was super, super good. And I was super excited for Doom Eternal. After playing it, I was extremely disappointed because while the gunplay and stuff was really, really good, they put a whole bunch of bullshit puzzles in it where you had to like jump and then dash and then grab a wall and then climb the wall and then jump again and then dash and hit an upgrade that gave you another boost so you could dash again and then climb the wall and then jump twice and then dash. And you know, that kind of platforming puzzling or puzzle platforming, I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I absolutely despise it. And the fact that they put it in this game when I'm fairly certain it wasn't in Fallen Order really brings down this game a lot for me. It really brings down this game a lot for me because there was a lot of times that I was trying to get from point A to point B or across a chasm or to, you know, where I thought was where I needed to go. And again, I had to do this run on the wall, then jump, dash, grab onto the floaty thing that lets you jump off a certain direction, and then jump off, grab the wall, do another wall run, and then grab onto a thing, climb up the thing, jump off the thing, grab the thing that shoots you off again. And, you know, puzzle platforming, that's not fun. That's not fun. If some people enjoy that, fine. This is just my opinion. Puzzle platforming is not fun in games where it's not originally there or not really meant to be that. You know, this is essentially a Dark Souls clone, just with a Star Wars skin on it. And putting puzzle platforming in a Soulsborne is not good. It's not. Just like putting puzzle platforming in a wild-ass, rambunctious first-person shooter like Doom, as they did in Doom Eternal, wasn't good. It wasn't good. It wasn't fun. So now that I've got that part out of the way, let's get me back to the other thing. The battle systems, the combat of this game was very, very fun. There were times where I had there were like, I think I called them the Doom rooms. If you guys eventually see the YouTube videos when they come out, I capture those episodes, the Doom rooms, like Doom Room Take 1, Take 2, and Take 3, where there was like this room of X number of enemies, and I just couldn't get through the room. I kept dying for one reason or another. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not really much different than any other Soulsborne type game. The difference being, instead of fighting a boss and struggling 50 times to beat the one boss, you're going through a room of half a dozen or more enemies and trying to beat all them. And you have to do that 50 times, you know. It's annoying to have to go back and do that part over and over again, especially if you happen to clear out, like, say there's a room of 6 enemies and you clear out 5 of them and the 6th one is the one that kills you every time. You know, that gets a little annoying, but you know, that still is not big of an annoyance. That's just a thing that happens, and I'm okay with that. It was fun enough. It was very satisfying once I finally did get past those fights. What aggravates me is a specific system that is included in Fallen Order as well as this game, and at least one other one that I can think of, and that is Ghost of Tsushima, and that is the unblockable attacks. I hate attacks that are completely unblockable in every way in a game where blocking or parrying is crucial. And this is one of those games. A number of the boss fights and some of the even, random enemies that you fight that are very tough, you have to rely on parrying them in order to stagger them and then be able to deal your additional damage, right? Well, a majority of those enemies, when they were using what I call their red attacks, where they glowed red, which is their unblockable attacks, those attacks were very much a similar animation to their non-glowing red attacks. So it was hard to really tell when a good time to defend was. You couldn't really anticipate a block or anticipate to parry, because if you anticipated because you saw the same movement and then you suddenly started glowing red, you couldn't come out of the block stance and then dodge in time. And that's not good. That's not good. Britt Baron was Gab. So Tifa was voiced in this game. Tifa was in this game. The voice actor, Britt Baron, she plays Tifa in Remake and Rebirth. That's who Gabs was. She was she was the girl that died at the very beginning of the game. One of the members of the squad that was with Cal on Coruscant. So that's kind of cool. Steve Blum was in there too. Cool. Yuri Lowenthal, he's in everything, man. Liam O'Brien, Michael Gu, Matt Mercer, of course. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I love seeing the voice actors and the recognizing the names. Unblockable attacks that are especially very similar to standard attacks is extremely, extremely annoying. Extremely. It's better to just not be there. Better it just not be there. There's no reason to have a block ability to give you a crucial system such as blocking and parrying, and then give the enemy's attacks that go right through it. It's like, what's the point? Like, why even bother having it? I don't remember if I actually talked about this in Rebirth, but I have the similar complaint in 7 Rebirth as well as Remake, is there are some unblockable attacks in those games, and you can tell because the name of the attack will have a little exclamation point next to it when they're casting the attack. And in Remake and Rebirth, it's okay, because some of them are okay when they're not always happening. Like every move they make doesn't let me say it like this. Some enemies in Remake and Rebirth, mostly Remake, not every move was unblockable. Some moves were unblockable, some weren't. Later on in the game, I noticed that more and more enemies had unblockable attacks, especially in Rebirth, especially Sephiroth. Most of his attacks all had that exclamation point in front of it. Like, what's the point of giving you blocking stances, counterattack skills, and whatnot, and parry skills, if a vast majority of the enemy's attacks are going to be unblockable? You can't use a block, a parry, or a counter, something like that. And the same is true in this game. Why? Especially this, I would say even this game is more reliant on blocks and parries than Remake and Rebirth, because when you block and parry in this game, it actually reduces a bar that staggers them eventually and allows you to counterattack without any type of an attack directly to their health bar, as opposed to attacking them and still just draining their stagger bar at first. Once you get them staggered, you can go all out on their health bar. But then they have red glowing attacks that you can't block, you can't parry. You just gotta eat it, and it's extremely aggravating. Extremely aggravating. Did that not come up again? Did the waifu redeem not work again? I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know why that's not popping up anymore. Maybe I gotta check and see if the path names have changed or something. Anyway. So yeah, it's extremely an annoying, extremely irritating system to put unblockable attacks in games. It's just don't do it. Don't do it. It's not good. It's not good. And when you compare this game to other Soulsborne games, granted, my only experience outside of Fallen Order in this game is Elden Ring. I don't recall there being enemies that have unblockable attacks in the manner that I'm discussing, that are like where they glow red or something like that. There probably are unblockable attacks or attacks that are extremely difficult to block, but it's less of a critical point to block in that game. Elden Ring is more dodge centric than block centric, in my opinion. Whereas this game, you really have to do more blocking and parrying, because if you're just dodging all the time, you're not going to be able to do you're not going to be able to break them and stagger them. and be able to deliver damage. That was my original problem when I took on Darth Vader. When I first fought Darth Vader, I was just trying to avoid all of his attacks. I see your redemption there, Kingdom. We'll do that as soon as we get through with the credits of this game. You just might have to remind me. So if I forget, feel free to remind me. That was my problem with the Boba Fett. What was Boba Fett in this game? That was my problem with. Fuck! My mind went blank. God damn it! What was I talking about? Oh, it was my problem with fighting Darth Vader, right? My problem with fighting Darth Vader was I would go up there, hit him a few times, and then run away. Hit him a few times, dash away, and that wasn't effective. That wasn't going to work because his stagger bar restored too quickly. So even if I did get a couple of hits in and lowered his stagger bar a little bit, if I dodged away, by the time I got close to do it again, it would refill back up. So you couldn't really rely on dodging in this game, especially against very hard enemies or bosses, because you had to break them and make them stagger. You had to stagger them. You had to. You really didn't have any other option. So when you force your player to go into a blocking and parrying stance, and then you give your enemies the ability to just walk right through that defense, it doesn't make it fun. It makes it extremely annoying. Especially if you can also be staggered just as easily. You stand there and block and parry too long, and you become staggered as well and vulnerable to extra damage. So, either remove the red glow or don't give us a limited parry and block bar. Don't do both. Or don't have both in there. Either take away the red glow so we can get staggered if we block for too long, or give them the red glow, but let us have infinite guard. We can guard as long as we want, but if they glow red, it goes through our guard, fine, we have to unguard and dodge. There's no reason to have both in there. There's no reason to have both in there other than to just be annoying and irritating, and it's not good. Irritating and annoying is not fun. The overall story of the game, I don't think was too bad. I did like how we sort of started to see Cal kind of falling to the dark side a little bit. We actually gained an ability that was literally called Embrace the Darkness, and we got the special slowdown that delivered a shit ton of damage whenever you hit enemies. That was really, really awesome. I noticed something while I was editing my videos for YouTube on Monday. I picked up something I noticed something during my editing that I didn't pick up on in the moment, but I seeing it in retrospect, it was actually pretty obvious. Bode was adamant, encouraging Cal to step outside of the Jedi Order's rules and step into his feelings for Marin. As you know, by Jedi Order rule and whatnot, attachment is forbidden. Hence why because attachment could lead to loss of attachment, could lead you down the path of the dark side, right? Well, Cal, being the Jedi that he is, the good Jedi that he is, was following that path, right? And then Bode is telling him, the Jedi Order, it doesn't exist anymore. And you can't really ignore your feelings entirely. You've got to, you tell Marin has strong feelings for you, you need to acknowledge your feelings for her as well. And, I didn't realize at the time, but looking back now, I see that was a clue, albeit rather subtle, obviously, that Bode was more dark side-ish because he was telling Cal to be more emotional, which is the whole thing about, dark side. Controlling your emotions is what keeps you from going to the dark side. So seeing that little thing there was like, oh shit, the writing was on the wall early on that Bode was trying to help Cal essentially sort of fall to the dark side, at least a little bit, by ignoring the Jedi Order's rules and giving into his feelings for Merrin. And then after he kissed her, and you saw them start to connect and whatnot. And the dark side stuff starts coming in. He starts getting a little more aggressive toward trying to capture Bode and whatnot. And it just, it's just like, wow, the writing was, like I said, all over the wall. All the different combat styles was good. That was fun. That was certainly fun. I think you had the 3 different combat, well, actually 4 different combat styles. You had the standard single saber, which you started with. You had the dual wield, so 1 in each hand. You had the saber staff. That's what I call it. Basically Darth Maul's weapon. And then they added a saber and blaster. And for me, the saber blaster combination was extremely fun. It was very fun. And I like how they managed to mix it up enough to kind of still not just give you a gun and say, okay, now you're just going to be shooting everything. No, you eventually had to recharge your blaster by using your saber attack. So they forced you to not just rely on the randomness of, as Obi-Wan would say, the randomness of a blaster. Uncivilized randomness. How did he put it? That's clumsy or random and uncivilized as a blaster, right? So seeing that was kind of cool, and taking advantage of it was very good, especially the whole Red Dead Redemption sort of slow down the game, lock onto these enemies, and suddenly pew 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 pew. That was really cool too. But they still forced you to use your saber in order to recharge your gun so you could use it more. Very, very fun, and obviously very useful against targets like the softer stormtroopers. It helped ease up, it helped soften up those, I think it was called the BX droids or the DX droids that I fought in that hangar that kept kicking my ass over and over again. Another one of the Doom rooms, basically. So that was really fun. But then you got to a point where you had to go back to just pure saber styles at the Bode fight. Or actually, it might have been before the Bode fight. Might have been was it the Dagan fight? Might have been the Dagan fight that I respect and put all my points into saber staff and dual blades, because that fight was nuts. And it was another 3-phase fight. And speaking of 3-phase fights, I kind of want to compliment, but also want to complain about that 3-phase fight kind of thing. The credits, so it is. They do the credits for the English, and they do the credits for each of the different localizations. So I've seen French up there. I think I saw Spanish. So they do last for a bit. The credits themselves are not really that long, but when you include every single localization version they got to do, it's like, oh fuck. But the fuck. I promise I don't have ADD. I can't prove that right now. What was I talking about? Fuck. The saber, the phase fights. I kind of like the 3-phase. 2 phases is fine, but the 3-phase fights I kind of like and I kind of dislike. Partly because it goes back to that whole thing of, once I get past a certain point, I don't want to go back and start again. This is just a me thing. It's not necessarily a shot at this game or anything like that. It's just kind of a thing that I prefer. And what I'm referring to is lives in video games. Games where you have limited lives, mostly it's the older school arcade games, right? Or old school platformers like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, things like that. having limited amount of lives, once you run out of lives and screw up enough and die, because especially in platformers, I'm going to do that a lot, you have to go back to the beginning of the level and do all that again to get back to where you were. And if you're near the end of the game or to the end of the level, when you kept falling and dying and then you run out of lives, you get a game over, you got to start over again. Or if you just start that level over again, you still got to go back to the very beginning of that level. And that is extremely annoying for me. I hate that system more than anything. That's why whenever I do play an older game that does have lives in it, I either use save states to get around that or cheat codes that give me infinite lives. I don't mind. I mean, again, I'd rather not. I don't mind dying 50 times in a level. Sucks, but I'd rather, I'd rather deal with 50 deaths than die I'm only allowed 5 deaths and then I got to start over again. Hate that. Hate it. And that goes to this game and any game that has multi-phase fights that you can't, I don't want to say skip, but you can't get to the second phase or get to the third phase. The fights with Bode, the fights with the last fight with Dagon were all 3-phase fights. And when you get through the first phase, and then you struggle in the second phase, and you barely get to the third phase and then die, you got to go back and do the first phase again. I hate that so much. I get the point of it. It's the challenge of having to basically do a boss gauntlet in this game, that you don't really have boss gauntlets in Soulsborne games of this style. You don't really have a boss gauntlet per se. But having multi-phase fights like that with the systems that this game has, and then getting to the third phase with half health and no more heals, I can't. It bugs me so much. It bugs me so much, especially when, like in that Bode fight, I would get to the third phase and I didn't have enough health to take time or be able to take time to learn that phase. I can learn the first and second phases, and when I get to the third phase, I'm so low on health, 2 mistakes and I'm dead. So I haven't had time to learn what he does, learn his moves, learn his stuff, because every time I get there, I'm dead too quickly to actually see any patterns. That gets on my nerves. That aggravates me, because once I get, because if I'm struggling that much in these fights and I get through phase 1, I'm struggling to get through phase 2 again, but I get really close, I get really close, I get really close. By the time I finally get back around to where I do get to the third phase, I've already forgotten what little I might have learned from the last time I was in phase 3, like 10 fights ago, and I'm back to 0 again. And it's not fun to do very much. And I also don't like having to stream that, because that's got to be annoying for you guys as the viewers to watch me get through 1 or 2 phases, die on the third phase, then have to go back through phase 1 and 2 again so many times, where instead I can just go right into the third phase. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys enjoy watching the first 2 phases of those kind of fights or those kind of things happening. But I don't as a player. I don't as a player. If I was just recording this and wasn't streaming this, so you guys didn't have to see it live, excuse me, when I would do something like that, I would cut most of the fights that I had to do the first 2 phases on and just go straight to the video, or just straight to the parts where I was doing the third phase. But since we're doing it live, damn it, we're doing it live. Since we're doing it live, I don't have that luxury. But, that's just my perspective on that. So I know I've probably missed quite a bit because I didn't do any side quests or didn't do much exploration outside of what I did yesterday off stream to get the stims that I didn't need for the final boss fight. But this is not one of my best games of the year. I'll think about it I won't think about it all the way through the year, but by the time that I get around to doing my own personal games of the year list, I can say for like 95% certain that this game will not make any top list at all. It will not. I did not enjoy it enough. There weren't the problems that I encountered that I talked about a minute ago. They were a huge minus, a huge detraction from the game. So I'm glad to be done with this game. I didn't hate it. Don't get me wrong. This isn't Parasite Eve 2. I didn't hate this game, but I didn't fully enjoy it. I was fine with it. Again, the combat was fun. That was probably the only thing that held up was the combat. It was the struggling. It was my struggling of the environment and exploration that was really the hugest, biggest drawbacks. What isn't a drawback, however, is Annie Shark coming in with a 5-person raid. Thank you, Shark. Thank you, Annie. I don't know why I called you Shark. Thank you, Annie, for the raid. Welcome in. Wait, did I say party of 6 or party of 5? Either way, Annie's here with her Sharkies. Welcome aboard the Starship Dragon. I am Commander Krim. We're at the end, as you can see by the credits that are happening right over there. Just joined with the credits, yeah. You're here just in time for the end of the credits, actually. We should be reaching the end of here pretty soon. Even though this looks like an EULA here. I was just talking about my mostly complaints about this game, but welcome aboard the Starship Dragon. My name is Commander Krim, and I will give you and your raiders a proper introduction to the stream once the credits end here, because I want to make sure I don't miss any good like post-credit scenes if there's anything here. And I'm hoping at some point these credits will freaking end. Oh my God. How was Saints Row, Annie? I mean, obviously I popped in to watch you play a little bit of it. I had Saints Row 1 and 2 for a while, but the first Saints Row, I've never actually played them. The first Saints Row that I played was Saints Row 3, and oh my God, it's so fun. I know I do Kingdom. I will do that. I will give you your lesson after I welcome in the Raiders with, oh my God, seriously, how much shit is on this list? Good God. You know what? It's a short one. Let's do this real quick. Let's just see. Watch me load up the professor's message and the fucking credits will end. Which one did you have? You had 17, right? Yeah, you got 17. God damn it! I said it. Credits are ending. Welcome to Video Gaming 101. I'm Professor Willie Longwoodcock. Lesson number 17. Any weapons or armor that have been missing for years, centuries, or millennia will be discovered fairly easily and will still be in perfect condition, ready for immediate use, with no signs of time, wear, or disrepair.
Well, not exactly what we expected, but this place is our home now.
Yeah, Grease. Yeah, I guess it is. Still got a lot of work ahead of us.
Like as soon as I hit 17, the credits ended. Luckily, we didn't miss anything.
I mean, the place is creepy, but it does have franchise potential.
This belongs with you.
It belongs with all of us. What do you think, kid? Should we give it a shot?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Ah, that's the spirit. Oh, that's great. Come on, I'll bet you're hungry. I'll make you something to eat. Did you ever have a scaz stick?
You've reached the end of your journey. However, the galaxy can be freely explored, and there may yet be secrets left to discover. New Journey Plus is now available from the main menu. As if. All stances and cosmetics from previous games will be unlocked along with some new perks and lightsaber colors. Any skill points will also carry over to your new game. Purity grants a massive increase in weapon damage for both friends and foes. Warrior replaces standard enemies with new, more difficult combat encounters. Trendsetter randomizes your cosmetics on death. Sorry. So yeah, I finished that last fight. You can look over there in the other corner. I finished that last fight with still a quarter of my health and 7 stems. 7 stems. I had 5 going into the fight, and I couldn't beat the boss with 5 stems. It means I only used 3. I only used 3 stems that whole fight. Oh well. Anyway, let me properly welcome Annie's folks into the stream. Into the stream who came over with the raid. I gotta find my buttons.
Hi everyone, I'm Comet, the flame-furred ball of fury and first officer of the Starship Dragon. I'm here to welcome you aboard and take you on a tour of our ship. The shipmaster is, of course, Commander Krim, variety streamer, amateur voice actor, and indie game developer. We have a wide variety of content on the channel, such as wholesome, family-friendly commentary.
Sorry, take all my balls. Take all my balls.
And we don't have a frying pan or any condiments.
I have plenty of condoms. Sometimes I enjoy shoving a pineapple up my ass.
Pro-level gaming skills.
Jump out now!
Fuck me.
Unmatched bravery and extreme danger.
Behind you is... Monster! Oh! Oh, motherfuckers!
Calm, smooth musical moments.
Times like these, I wish I had me an Alienware computer. So it would load this shit much faster, much faster. You know I'm gonna bend your ass over and fuck it, and I'm gonna feel good when I do it. Oh yeah, I'm about to finish and blow my load. Hey, Marcolonia!
Video game lessons from the professor.
Welcome to Video Gaming 101. I'm Professor Willie Longwoodcock.
Words from our sponsors. I'm Nina Littlewood, presenting Bitch Be Gone.
Howdy, y'all. My name is Richard Dickerson, but you can call me Dick. That's right, I'm Dick Dickerson, presenting Big Dick's Penis Pillow.
There's even times when I get involved in the action. Go away, you little blue fucker! Fucking hell! They blew my pussy apart! If this sounds like something you want to see more of, then hit that follow button and make sure that bell icon is on so you can get notifications when the Starship Dragon begins broadcasting. You can also check us out on YouTube with the exclamation YouTube command in chat. I'm Comet, the flame-furred ball of fury, and once again, welcome aboard.
Thank you once again, Annie, for the generous raid. I greatly appreciate you and your raiders coming over. Thank you so much. What I was trying to say before the game, interrupted me. I've only played Saints Row 3 and Saints Row 4. I do want to play Gat Out of Hell. I don't know that I want to go back and do the first 2 games. I don't go Saints Row 1 and 2. I think they're a little too much of a GTA clone. Whereas like 3 and the rest of them are start getting a little more silly, a little more parody, like a GTA parody. So like the mini games, I have to do them to earn respect. So F it. Tomorrow I played Xenoblade. Xenoblade is a game that I have not played. I should. I know, it's really good. I hear it's really good. I mean, what I have played is what I think is actually a prequel to Xenoblade, which is Xenosaga. I played Xenosaga 1, 2, and 3 a long time ago, but I need to play them again for stream because I really enjoyed them when I played them. But God, it was so long ago. That was so long ago. Xenosaga is not the prequel? Okay. I thought, okay, so maybe Xenoblade is from the same guys. I know it's from the same guys. I just thought so is Xenosaga the sequel to them? For some reason I thought Xenosaga came before Xenoblade. Ow, I just kicked my fan. There's a lot of similar themes. Yeah. Yeah, it's a look, you got the eggs units in Xenosaga and those kind of things. I know there's got to be some kind of connection because isn't the main character of Xenoblade, they're not really connected? Really? Yeah, Xenosaga 1 through 3 in Japanese. Oh boy. Ugh. Isn't the main character of Xenoblade related to Shion? Like, aren't they both Uzuki? Or Shion, yeah, Uzuki? Isn't their last name is Shion Uzuki? Isn't there an Uzuki in Xenosaga? Xenosaga got made, they worked by Bandai. So who made Xenoblade then? Was that not Bandai? Xenoblade not developed by Bandai Namco? Xenoblade is Nintendo. Oh. Well, that's different. Let me go ahead and kill my PlayStation here. Enter rest mode. I didn't expect to beat Bode that quickly. It only took me 30 minutes to beat him. And I think it took me over like an hour, maybe 2 on Sunday night. We all fixed now? Okay. Yeah. They have similar ideas but aren't directly connected. Okay. So it's like a, well, what do you even call it, a spinoff then? Okay. Similar themes. There are a lot of Easter eggs? Okay. I'll have to, yeah, before I play Xenosaga, again, I should probably play Xenoblade. That way, if I see those references in Xenosaga, then yeah, I'll be able to recognize them. Fans try to connect them? Okay. All right. Is there any relation to Xenoblade? Wait. Xenosaga. I'm thinking of Xenogears. Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind. I'm completely going the wrong direction. Yeah, you're thinking, you're telling me about Xenoblade, the Xenoblade Chronicles. I was thinking of what'd I just say? Xenogears, yeah. Fuck. I think Xenogears is a or Xenosaga is a sequel to Xenogears because I think the main character of Xenogears is an Uzuki. I think his name is I can't recall his first name, but I think they're really not connected either. Really? Okay. Swear I thought they were. So okay, that answers the question I was going to ask: is what is the connection between Xenosaga and Xenoblade? Similar ideas. Okay. All right. Still, I should still do Xenogears before I do Xenoblade, so I can see I should do. Oh my God, so many fucking Xenos. I should do Xenogears before I do Xenosaga, so I can see the connections or see the references. Fuck. So much Xeno going on here. I should go play 40K so I can cleanse the Xenos. Anyway. Because of the rights, yeah, I kind of figured. I knew Xenogears. Xenogears was actually supposed to be Final Fantasy VII. I don't know if anybody knows that. Well, nobody. I'm sure somebody knows this. But Xenogears was supposed to be Final Fantasy VII. But they went a different route with it and made Final Fantasy VII the Final Fantasy VII that we know, and Xenogears became Xenogears. They even reference Xenogears in Final Fantasy VII. When you're in Mediel, and Cloud is in his wheelchair, if you talk to him enough times, he actually mentions Xenogears. He actually says it. So it's a nice little Easter egg there. It's a Xeno multiverse. Well, I guess we can go ahead and jump into the other game that I was planning on doing. Also, Annie, since you had made a suggestion about this game, or not? I'm not going. Okay, hold on. I'm jumping around too many concepts in my head. I gotta put them down into single words and actually word them. You made a suggestion of a game some time back, and I do have. I know Dragon Ball Xenoverse isn't part of it. That's hilarious. Now I'm thinking about Goku fighting Shion in an eggs unit. You made the suggestion of a game sometime back, Star Trek Legacy, which is very much like a simplified version of Bridge Commander. I do have that now, so we will be at some point it will be played on stream. So your recommendation has been obtained. But for what I wanted to play after I beat Jedi Survivor is Universe at War Earth Assault. It's an RTS of a very StarCraft-ish variety. It's got 3 distinct factions that have come to Earth and are going to war on it. And all 3 factions are operated very differently from each other. That's why I say they're very much like StarCraft in that way. Whereas just like in StarCraft, the Terrans, the Protoss, and the Zerg, they do have a few similar units. Overall, each of their factions' designs are quite different. And the same is true for Universe at War, but then crank that up to 11 because it's a lot more variable. So probably not going to be huge for viewership, but I want to play it, so we're going to. So let me go ahead and change my information here. And title to or Earth Assault. All right. So let's get to RTSN. Here, microphone's being weird.
Sega.
Fuck, that was loud. All right. Day 1 of Universe at War Earth Assault. Aliens! I haven't seen this cutscene. Which I think it's a cutscene. Welcome to Modern Warfare. No, it's not Modern Warfare. Kind of looks like Modern Warfare, doesn't it? Well, now it doesn't. More like War of the Worlds with the way those things look. Let me know how the sound is, everybody. Big back. The Gundams have arrived. Uh-oh. One down, one to go. Cool. So Universe at War, Earth Assault. I think I've already got my options set. Let me double check them. Audio. Music is off. Okay. Subtitles on. Okay. Campaign. Pray prelude. We're playing the prelude. We're praying for the prelude. For thousands of years, mankind has stared at the stars in awe and wonder. After today, we'll wish we were blind. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it looks like Washington.
What's the president's status?
He's alive. They've stopped the bleeding, but he needs medical evac ASAP. They're still in the Capitol building.
Damn, that whole area is swarming. Give me some good news. Where are our reinforcements?
Sergeant Woolard is en route to your location.
Woolard, huh? We're dusting off everybody for this fight.
Primary objective is the president. Civilian evac is at your discretion.
Oh, hell. All right, men, we've got a job to do, so let's get to it. Move out!
The Washington Monument, no! Yeah, the general does sound familiar. It does sound familiar, doesn't he?
Colonel Moore, we're linking you into our battlefield intelligence system. Click on the question mark on the right of your HUD if you need assistance.
Roger, comm. All right, men, now keep it tight. Let's go get our planet back. Give me the plan.
Colonel Moore is a hero. If you lose a hero at any mission, it is a failure. Keep your heroes alive. Okay. Open these pop-up hints for help as they appear. If you don't need help, you can disable hints in your game options menu. Okay, thank you.
I'm government issue.
Select your soldiers. Left-click on them with your cursor. To remove a selected unit, right-click its destination. To attack with a selected unit, right-click your intended target.
What's
Thank you.
Mission?
I don't know why the map is blinking like that.
Let's hightail it. Pick up the tempo. No, there's one over there. Get the boots on the ground.
Incoming!
Where are they running off to?
They went invisible.
This feels like a trap.
It's a trap!
Be there in a jiffy.
It is a trap.
Maybe it's time for a grenade. Target that fuel truck. Let's hightail it. Why are they? Clock is ticking.
Oh, throw that?
Grenade.
Objective completed.
Well, there's some hope. These things burn. Pick up the tempo.
Their asses on fire! Their asses on fire!
Get the boots on the ground.
Yeah, I understand how to use shit. So you finish the mission, you must complete the objectives listed in the upper left corner of the screen. Secure the Capitol building and rescue the president.
Trouble. Focus your fire on the big guys.
Be advised, Colonel, the president's losing a lot of blood.
I know. We're moving as fast as we can. Who dies first? Be there in a jiffy. Let's hightail it.
The aliens! The aliens!
Bring the body bags. Plenty of ammo left.
Colonel, be on the lookout for Charlie Squad pinned down in your area. They're taking heavy fire.
You know, our weapons are doing very little to these guys. It takes quite a lot to kill them.
Be there in a jiffy. Let's hightail it. Pick up the tempo. No man left behind. ASAP. Be there in a jiffy.
Defend the checkpoint.
I can hit that. Com, where are these things coming from?
We have reports all over the globe. Russia's been devastated. The Chinese are taking huge losses, and nobody's heard anything out of South America.
The whole continent.
We're not even sure it's still there anymore, sir.
Oh, hell.
Oh, man. I never thought I'd be so happy to see a colonel. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, save it till we're through this mess. Charlie Squad, you're with me. We've got a president to save.
Ooh, whoa. Cool defense turrets.
Pick up the tempo. Who dies
Spitter
first?
turret. Oh, we found a defensive turret.
Bring the body bags. Com, this mission is going south real quick. Do we have any air support left?
Roger that, Colonel. Air cavalry's got your back.
I can hit that.
Cool, Apache helicopters.
Apache, be advised, we show incoming bogies on your position. Break!
Holy, where the things come from?
The sky.
Bring the body bags. No man left behind. Get the boots on the ground. Plenty of ammo left. We didn't invite them.
Die, you disgusting evil aliens.
Who dies first? Be there in a jiffy. Bring the body bags. Plenty of ammo left.
What do we have? Humvees, huh? Reinforcements have arrived. Ooh.
Unit lost.
What the hell are those things? Oh, God, they're sucking up the civvies.
Who's getting sucked? What now?
Dead bullets aren't enough.
Stay frosty, men. This is liable to get weird. Com, are we ever going to see Sergeant Willard this year?
Your knight in heavy armor is here, Colonel. Give us your orders and make them hurt.
Focus the tanks against those machines. Take them down. I can hit that.
Reaper drone.
Let's hightail it. Who dies first?
Colonel, the doctors say the president's vital signs are crashing.
Hang in there, we're not far. Com, what happened to the Air Force?
Most of our planes have been destroyed. They never stood a chance against those ships.
No man left
Cool.
behind.
We got tankaroos.
Get the boots on the ground. Be there in a jiffy.
Hell's this green shit?
Let's hightail it.
Perhaps we should go around the green
Pick up
shit.
the tempo. No man left behind. I've got my second wind. Get the boots on the ground.
Cool. The tanks are actually knocking back the grunts.
Let's hightail it.
We got some kind of weird hostiles on the roof.
I don't even want to know what those things are. The president's our priority.
Brutes. Okay.
Pick up the tempo.
Oh shit, here come the brutes.
Bring them down.
Colonel Moore, the president's slipping into a coma. You have to hurry.
Calm. We're in the thick of it right now. Hold tight. No man left behind. Get the boots on the ground. Be there in a jiffy. Double time. Pick up the tempo.
Move it. Hut, hut, hut,
No
hut,
man
hut,
left
hut, hut.
behind. Another day in the Corps.
Oh, hello.
You know the drill by now. Take them down. Be there in a jiffy. Let's hightail it. Who dies first? Bring the body bag.
Kill those grunts.
Calm. We're knocking on the door. Let the president's people know we're here. Pick up the tempo.
We did it! We saved the president!
All clear, sir.
You better be ready to go.
Base is ordering an immediate escort to Fort McNair. Willard will rendezvous with you after the president is away.
Roger, let's go.
What the hell is that?
incoming! Take cover!
That's a big boom. Used to be a nice place. Big robot says big boom.
Get the president to Fort McNair.
Anarchy reigns across Earth. Militaries around the globe are helpless to stop the invaders. As an alien walker ravages Washington, D.C., Colonel Moore must escort the president's ambulance to the safety of Fort McNair.
Woolard, how we doing?
Dan, this walker's eating us alive. Is the president with you?
Yeah, he's given me a blank check to deal with this. Joint Chiefs are all dead, and the VP's off hiding in some bunker.
So he put a colonel in charge?
As of 5 minutes ago, I'm a general.
Are there any troops left to lead?
Between you and me, we're hearing casualty reports as high as 90%. There isn't an army in the world that's been able to stop them.
So we're it?
You just keep those things off our backs, will you?
Oh.
No man left behind. Get the boots on the ground.
Talk about getting royally fucked.
Be there in a jiffy. Let's hightail it. Pick up the tempo. What the hell is this? No man left behind. Plenty of ammo left. Get the boots on the ground. Be there in a jiffy.
Hang on, let's see if we can. Oh, you know what? I just realized.
Oh my God!
I pressed pressing buttons all over my keyboard. My keyboard wasn't even plugged in. No wonder nothing was working. Jesus. I wonder why my keyboard wasn't doing anything. Oh crap! I can't increase the game speed. All right, never mind. I was gonna increase the game speed because it seemed a little slow.
Let's hightail it. Pick up the tempo. We didn't invite them. No man left behind. I can hit that.
I can hit that. That's a different meaning when you're not in a war zone.
Who dies first? Bring the body bags. Let's pick a fight. Roger that. Plenty of ammo left. We didn't invite them. I can hit that. Be there in a jiffy. Let's hightail it.
Uh-oh, that's dead end.
Pick up the tempo.
Incoming.
No man left behind. Bombs away.
I didn't do anything.
Give me the plan. Who dies first? Bring the body bags. Get the boots on the ground. Reckless abandon. ASAP. Pick up the tempo.
Move it, move it, move it. Let's go, let's go. Hup, 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 hup. Oh, I was trying to say hustle, hustle, and hunt, hunt at the same time, and it just came out. You just came out stupid. Will you guys shoot something?
I'm government issue. What's the mission? Clock is ticking. We didn't invite them. Get the boots on the ground. Be there in a jiffy. I've got my second wind.
Jesus, I've got I got more and two rocket troopers.
Pick
That's
up the tempo.
it.
No man left behind. Get the boots on the
Oh,
ground.
we have turrets. Are good.
Double time. Another day in the Corps. Reckless abandon. ASAP. I can hit that. Get the boots on the ground.
Objective complete.
Be there in a jiffy.
Yeah, we made it to Fort McNair.
Everybody on their toes. Get the president to surgery. I want this base ready for a fight.
Military base is online. All production structures are now operational.
Ooh, what can we do?
Sir, is it true the whole world's gone dark?
I won't lie, soldier. The lights are going out everywhere. We might be the last candle left.
What's gonna happen?
We keep fighting for a miracle. That's what.
Yes, sir!
General, I'm in trouble.
Talk to me, Willard.
We can't hold them off. We're coming your way.
This is a strategic alert. The National Command Authorities have been destroyed. Engage at your own discretion.
Willard, looks like it's down to us. We're sending help, buddy. Get those choppers in the air.
Unit under attack.
What's the mission?
Unit under attack.
Ready.
Armor ready. Armor at the ready.
Prepared for combat.
Unit under attack.
Air cavalry reporting.
The clock is ticking.
Unit under attack.
Roger.
Roger.
Sir, an enemy walker has been spotted.
Standing by.
Give me the plan.
Unit under attack.
Double time.
Oh shit.
I'm government issue.
Bail. Bail, 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 bail. Get the fuck out of here.
More. Where are you? I need help.
Get the boots on the ground.
Primed and ready.
Reckless abandon.
Good night, Andy. That's a big fucking walker.
I'm being swamped out here.
That walker's headed straight for us.
ASAP. I've got my second win.
Damn it. I should have probably checked there was a load, an auto save.
Willard, how we doing?
Dan, this walker's eating us alive. Is the president with you?
Shit.
Yeah,
I think it was a auto
to
save.
deal with this. Joint Chiefs are all dead, and the VP's off hiding in some bunker.
So we put a colonel in charge.
As of 5 minutes ago, I'm a general.
Are there any troops left to lead?
Between you and me, we're hearing casualty reports as high as 90%. There isn't an army in the world that's been able to stop them.
So we're it?
You just keep those things off our backs, will you? We didn't invite them.
I think the first thing I'm going to do is build Apaches once I get to Fort McNair.
Who dies first? Bring the body bags.
God, my forces are getting shredded.
Plenty of ammo left.
Sorry.
Another day in the Corps.
Oh, sorry.
Reckless abandon. ASAP. We didn't invite them.
Now or never. Taking position.
Give me the plan. I can hit that. Be there in a jiffy. Who dies first? Let's hightail it. I've got my second wind. Bring the body bags. I'm government issue. Plenty of ammo left. What's the mission? No man left behind. The clock is ticking. Roger that. Give me the plan. I'm government issue. What's the mission?
Oh God, they were ignoring the ambulance, or they were ignoring my soldiers going for the ambulance.
Roger that. Give me the plan. Another day in the Corps.
Objective completed.
I'm government issue. What's the mission? Everybody on their toes! Get the president to surgery! I want this base ready for a fight!
Unit under attack. Military base is online. All production structures are now operational.
Sir, is it true the whole world's gone dark?
I won't lie, soldier. The lights are going out everywhere. We might be the last candle left.
What's gonna happen?
We keep fighting for a miracle. That's what.
Yes, sir!
General, I'm in trouble.
Talk to me, Willard.
We can't hold them off. We're coming your way.
This is a strategic alert. The National Command Authorities have been destroyed. Engage at your own discretion.
Willard, looks like it's down to us. We're sending help, buddy. Get those choppers in the air.
Unit under attack.
Apache standing by. What's the intel? Thunder in the sky. What's the situation?
Unit under attack.
Attack formation.
Unit under attack.
Let's go. They're as good as dead. Air cavalry reporting. Eye in the sky. Light 'em up.
Sir, an enemy walker has been spotted. Unit lost.
Standing by. What's the intel? What's it gonna be? Air cavalry reporting. Target confirmed. Fly or die. Coming in on. Armor ready. Bring the back. What's the situation? Hope you got a plan. On the double. Time's wasting. Air support ready.
Or manually control the aircraft. Let the heroes just, let the tanks just head to Fort McNair.
That walker's headed straight for us.
Feel the G-force. What's it gonna be? What's the intel? Armor ready.
Sir, we've got a large enemy force coming in from the east.
The east?
We're in the bag. Eye in the sky. Air support ready.
Objective completed.
Airspeed at maximum. Thunder in the sky. What are we gonna do about that walker?
I was hoping you had an idea.
It's almost here.
It is critical that the area is defended for as long as possible.
Alright, let's go blow up the mech then.
Unit under attack. Unit under attack.
It's right on top of us.
Unit under attack. Unit under attack. Unit under attack. Unit lost.
Fire control engaged. What's the intel?
Unit under attack. Unit lost. Unit under attack. Structure lost.
Target confirmed. Prepare for some turbulence.
Structure under attack.
Whew. They're running out of room. Scroosh. Just stay in the middle of the road when that thing's approaching, huh?
What the hell does it take to kill these things?
He's like, what? Gundam Squadron has arrived.
Oh, hell. This is too much. Squad, head for the hills and hunker down. We got more incoming here. I'm bugging out until things start making sense. Meet me.
She looks human.
Wait, don't leave. We're here to help you.
All units initiate ground cover fire. Tune to my frequency. Vertigo, you're with me. Command and control must be established. Mirabel, I'm leaving you in charge of this operation. Focus on that walker.
Sir, the sentients on this planet are still alive.
Not if we don't act swiftly. Go, engage the enemy, Mirabel.
New objective: defeat the alien walker. And now we're in control of the robots. For these guys.
Durus jets, get in close to those saucers and activate your Death Blossom ability.
Starting my run.
That was a little late.
Focus on the hard points on that walker's crown. Don't let it breathe. Two knives are better than one. They will pay. Amplifiers. Everyone focus on the weakest hard point. Stay away from the legs. Saturation commencing.
Oh, that was pretty cool.
Everyone, focus on those hard points. Bring it down. Systems check. Fully functional.
Amplifier? No idea what that does. I don't know what any of these things do.
Conflict detected.
Conflict, you know shit.
Engaging enemies.
Oh, those are the humans. Can I still control them? No, I can't.
Submit your orders.
Conflict detected.
Their cores exposed. Habitat Walker coolant node.
Conflict detected. Conflict detected. Conflict detected. Conflict detected. The leader is under fire.
Zeroing in.
Conflict detected.
Gotcha.
Objective completed.
Yay, we got it.
Mission accomplished. Our forces have arrived through the portal with only minimal casualties.
Sir, we should try to communicate with these sentients.
Negative. Destroying the hierarchy is our focus. Our program cannot be altered, Mirabel.
But I don't have a program.
It is the curse of being organic. Your strength must come from bearing great burdens. Now put these thoughts aside and establish forward positions on the surface. Mirabel, I want you here. Since we must rely on guerrilla tactics, our exposure to the hierarchy will be minimal there. Commence operations.
Yes, sir.
The left machine. I don't know. I kind of. What does that look like? Kind of looks like a portal creature, but reminds me of like another alien or something that has that kind of like appearance. In a flash of light, Novus has arrived on Earth. Arch enemies of the hierarchy, these intelligent machines have been waging a guerrilla campaign against the aliens for years. Mirabelle is a lone organic among them. Her race designed Novus long ago, but after their homeworld was annihilated in a hierarchy attack, the machines cloned their own creators from salvaged DNA, and Mirabelle was born. She is all that remains of her kind, safely protected inside Victor, her mobile battle unit, also known as a Gundam.
Looks like some of the groundwork has already been laid. All we have to do now is fill in the gap in the conduit tower network.
Build a flow conduit in the highlighted area. Constructors build structures on... Okay, right. So we have constructors, which are you guys. You are the SCV, in other words. Flow conduit. Boink.
Under construction.
Can I get more than one to do it?
I build for Novus.
Good job, everybody. 2 mines. Now we can build recycling centers that will allow us to gather resources.
Would you like that in red? Blue? Ready for assembly.
Nurse Center for processing raw materials. Each recycling center controls a number of small collector drones to carry out harvesting duties. Lost or destroyed collectors are automatically replaced for free at the structure. Okay.
Under construction. My designs are impeccable. Under construction. Built to order.
I can't zoom in out any further. Let's try so I can zoom. They must be powered when a building new structure. Watch for with a no power symbol when placing it. Okay, so a little bit of Protoss there.
Now our collectors will automatically gather resources.
Objective completed.
Gather resources from what, though?
Let's construct some robotic assemblies so we can start building our army.
Have you encountered any problems, Mirabelle?
No, some of the sentients are shooting at our collectors.
They are inconsequential. Something troubles you?
It's just, usually right now I'm standing in the ashes of the hierarchy's wake. This has never happened before. These beings are alive. This world is alive.
The presence of the sentients has no bearing on our mission.
At least we could try to communicate with them.
That is not part of our program.
Then change the program.
And risk changing our purpose? Allow the hierarchy to spread unabated? Negative. Your only concern is bringing the base online.
Yes, sir.
Under construction.
A little bit of dissension already. Robot. Novus uses an army of robots as their primary assault infantry. Advanced nanotechnology allows building them cheaply and quickly, and they often serve a battlefield fodder role.
Detected.
The programmer understands this and sees no problem with the logic of it. Reinforce and defend the supply locations.
They found us! One of our supply areas is under attack. If we build enough Ohm-bots, we can easily overtake the hierarchy forces.
Okay.
Would you like that in red?
How may we serve?
Blue?
We defend Novus. Robotic infantry ready. Reporting.
Okay, so these are our ground. These are our basic ground units.
Awaiting command.
Oh, I like how I can just do that from here.
Ready for ascent.
I don't have to actually like click on them. Okay, cool. Can I set a rally point? Can I set a rally point? I can.
Mirabelle, this will be a good test of our ability to flow along the conduit network. Use the towers to rapidly relocate your forces anywhere along the grid. It's our advantage over the hierarchy.
How may we serve? Imperative accepted.
Attack the alien grunts first. They do the most damage.
Danger ahead. Attack function executed.
And those grunts are tough. Damn.
Offensive sequence initiated. We defend Novus. Robotic infantry ready.
That area is safe, but they'll be back.
Awaiting command.
They're hitting us again, this time in a different spot.
We defend Novus. Robotic infantry ready.
Yeah, ground units can actually like go along the lines, which is cool.
How may we serve? We defend Novus. Robotic infantry ready. Combat override obeyed. Multitasking.
Pretty cool. The Novus can like move along their power sources.
Engaged. Danger ahead. Attack function executed. Offensive sequence initiated.
More attacks on radar. They just don't stop.
Awaiting command. How may we serve? We defend Novus. Adjusting movement. Robotic infantry ready. Reporting. Awaiting command. How may we serve? We defend Novus. Robotic infantry ready. Reporting. Awaiting command. Avoiding engagement. How may we serve? We defend Novus.
The sound effects of the Novus weapons are kind of weird. Sounds like they're just shooting pop guns at them.
Danger ahead. Attack function executed.
Good job, everybody.
Objective completed.
So far, it looks like we only have one resource.
Priority change enabled.
Some of the hierarchy scouts are attacking the sentients.
Do not interfere.
Can we at least work on a translation of their language? It could help us track the hierarchy's movements.
Possibly, but it will take time. Mirabel, I know you feel a kinship to these life forms, but don't lose sight of what's at stake. The hierarchy is dangerous. Their need for resources is insatiable. Given a chance, our calculations indicate they will consume the entire galactic core.
So in the meantime, we just keep ignoring the sentients?
Our program does not account for them. Remain vigilant.
That's affirmative. We have incoming.
Reporting. Offensive sequence initiated.
Those saucers, they're taking out our flow generator. Without a flow generator, we are extremely vulnerable.
We can't build defensive weapons yet.
It's almost like they're teasing us. This time, let's build our flow generator closer to our black hole structure on that ridge.
We have a black hole. Oh god, we do have a black hole structure on the ridge.
Under construction.
Novus. Let me recycle this. How may we serve? We defend Novus. Relocation coordinates received. Moving along new vector.
The power's back on.
Imperative accepted. Would you like that in red? Blue.
Objective
Robotic
completed.
infantry ready.
Looks like they may be bringing in a bigger force. The gravity bomb will take a while to charge. We'll have to hold off until then. We should bolster our ground forces just in case, though.
Reporting.
Okay, I can do that. I can do a lot of those. I can do a lot of that.
Awaiting command.
Just a little longer, guys.
We defend Novus.
Oh God.
Infantry ready.
That's two very big walkers.
Have patience. Almost there.
How may we serve? We defend Novus.
Just a little longer, guys.
Reporting.
Gravity bomb.
Fire at will.
Fire! Super weapon activated.
Objective completed.
Now we can expand upon our tactics. We hope to attack the Hierarchy command ship soon.
I love doing that. Have we found a way inside?
Options are being considered. We're gathering intelligence now.
Okay. For a second there, I wasn't sure the second one got destroyed. It looked like only the first one did.
Be advised, the Hierarchy has established global theater control.
By this point, the Hierarchy should have begun the purification process. All sentient life should have been eradicated. Yet for some reason, that has not happened on this planet, and it is imperative we understand the delay.
We are tracking an inbound scout vessel now.
Good. It appears they have a base there. It's an ideal opportunity to infiltrate their operation.
I'll need to bring some hackers with me.
Then may I wish you a favorable statistical outcome.
You mean luck?
You organics are far too simple sometimes.
You organics are far too simple sometimes. On orders from the Novus leader known as the Founder, a daring mission is launched into the American heartland to uncover the Hierarchy's plan. Their standard order of battle is to purify a planet of sentient life once they have established control. Mysteriously, they have delayed that command for some unknown reason. Go on, comment. Please move. Please move. Thank you. I cannot see past your tail. Love the effect on these things.
Forces engaged with the Hierarchy ahead.
Can you provide more information?
Destroy them. Data indicates they are contagious and emitting dangerous radiation.
It's such a waste.
System is safe.
Fully functional.
Variant here. I can be many things.
Uh-oh, zombies.
Two minds are better than none.
Don't let them see me. Keep me out of sight. They won't expect it.
We're approaching a local military force. Hold your fire. Tom, do we have a working translation of their language?
Partial algorithms established, but our orders are very clear.
As field commander, I'm overriding those orders. We have to make contact with them.
Uh-oh. We're being a bad girl.
Affirmative.
Mirabel, this is strictly against protocol.
But it's worth taking a chance.
Brave sentience, can you understand me?
I hear you loud and clear. Maybe you can explain the day I'm having. So let's start with, who are you?
We are Novus. We are enemies of your oppressors, the Hierarchy. We've been at war with them for some time.
Then I'd appreciate you telling me how we beat these things short of throwing rocks at them.
Listen to me. You need to get your people to safety. There's a contagion.
Contagion? Yeah, don't say. Look, I've got some questions here.
Contagion. Brrr, immediately shoot something.
Important mission to finish. If we work together, we may prevent
the destruction of your planet.
But
I'm sorry. Time for your world is running out. We need to find the source of the contamination.
our recon shows those alien things sucking up locals with some kind of walking unit. The rest are being herded into holding pens.
We'll see what we can do.
Disable the sentient holding pens. All right.
Orders received. Events are in motion.
All right, you sentients, prepare to have your holding pens destroyed. Or just never mind. I said it wrong. So what do these things do? Hacker unit specializes in machine manipulation, shutting down electronic systems, and exploiting weaknesses to all Novus's benefit. Oh, okay. So it's literally an EMP generator. Reinforcements have arrived? Ooh, hello.
Conflict detected.
You're gonna actually.
Is under fire.
Submit your orders. Two minds are better than one. Systems check. Fully functional.
I don't know why are these guys losing health?
I can be many things.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Where?
Submit your orders.
Oh, another drop ship.
Two minds are better than one. Death in my sights.
Oh, it dropped the humans. I think.
Systems check.
Many things. I'm like a mirror.
Fully functional. Submit your orders.
You're free, humans! You're free! Run free!
Two minds are better than one. Systems check. Fully functional. Submit your orders. Two minds are better than one. Commencing combat.
I can be many things.
Systems check.
Like a mirror. I'm
Fully
not what I
functional.
see. Let's play hide and seek. Very
Which one?
clear.
Okay.
I can be many things.
Submit your orders.
I'm not what I see.
Two minds are better than one.
I'm not what I seem to be.
This is the
How
way I
creepy.
remember you.
Damn, that range on that sniper.
Systems check.
Conflict detected.
Fully functional.
Reinforcements have arrived. Conflict detected.
Be free, humans! Be free!
Nothing to see here. Let's get somewhere and stay there.
Let's get somewhere and stay there.
Submit your orders.
Let's play hide and seek.
Oh, hello.
Target
Conflict detected.
Two minds are better than one.
The leader is under fire.
Would you like to play a game?
Systems check.
I can have it. I can be many things. They won't expect this.
There's more where this came from.
Nice.
The leader is under fire.
It should be fine.
Not what I see.
Those little soldiers are tough.
Submit your orders.
Let's play hide and seek. Leave no tracks.
Objective completed.
We've saved the humans.
The hierarchy base has been detected to the east of your current location.
What kind of resistance are we facing?
It appears to be a fairly small outpost. Our target is the detection drone. Hacking into it should provide us with useful data on the hierarchy's operations.
Understood. Hacker in transit to detection drone. Fully functional.
I'm negotiating their machine.
Submit your orders.
I only have a hero left, by the way. Only my hero is left alive. Everything else is fucking dead.
They will pay.
Uh-oh. 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 Come on, Mirabelle. Survive. Survive. Ooh, a little close. little close. Little close. Are those cows? Mutant cows. Cows have also been turned into. Okay.
Fully functional.
Let's play hide and seek.
I'm gonna need more than just these units, you know. I'm gonna need more than this.
Very interesting.
Submit your orders. Two minds are better than one. Systems
Conflict detected.
fully functional.
Let's play hide and seek.
Or escort a hacker, but I don't have any hackers.
Reinforcements have arrived.
They're gonna need to bring me a hacker. I don't have one. They kind of, sort of, you know, died.
Two minds are better than one.
I'm not what I seem. Incognito.
That's a huge transport, by the way.
Objective completed.
Are the hackers in place?
They're downloading now. The sentience proved a loyal ally.
Their will to survive was never in question. However, you cannot continue to let the sentient presence distract you.
I didn't have the heart to tell them. The hierarchy's never been beaten.
Mirabelle, I'll not warn you again. When you come to recognize the faces on the tombs, you'll know why it is better to keep the sentients at a distance.
Is that part of your programming too?
Return to base.
Naughty, naughty girl, Mirabelle. Naughty, naughty.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yeah, we get it.
Thanks to the data you gathered, infiltration of the Hierarchy command ship is in the planning stages. But before we can do that, we must consider our escape route home. No, Victor, this was never a suicide mission. Our portal technology is arriving behind us. Unfortunately, it's coming in pieces.
Signature detected. A portal piece has arrived.
That's your cue, Mirabelle. You can expect Vertigo's help on this one.
Good. It'll be nice to know someone's got my back for a change.
Then I wish you all a favorable statistical, I should say, good luck.
Don't strain yourself saying the words. Novus travels the galaxy via quantum portal technology. Although this allows for rapid transport to their destination, it's a one-way journey. The portal must now be reassembled for the trip home. Mirabelle has an ally in gathering the necessary pieces, Vertigo, an aerial unit specializing in subterfuge and stealth operations.
Remember, the pieces can appear anywhere, so spread out. What's the situation, Vertigo?
The sentient presence attempted an aerial assault on the Hierarchy base only a moment ago.
What do you mean, attempted?
Casualties are projected at 85%.
They die bravely, don't they?
And needlessly.
Okay. We can load the autosave next time. We're going to just do a manual save just in case. Let's see what happens. Can we load the autosave? Okay. What was the autosave, Lotus? I didn't record that cutscene. Oops. Okay, it does do that. Okay, awesome. Okay, so we'll just have to check that video out. Well, again, I'll have it recorded tomorrow night. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you again, Andy, for the raid. I greatly appreciate all of y'all being here tonight, but I'm going to call it there. Thank you all so much for watching. We will continue Universe at War most likely tomorrow. It's going well so far. It's going well. Main stun is on, so we're going to go raid him. So everybody put on your best faces. Make sure you look good. Let's go say hi to Main Stun. Playing Final Fantasy X, probably speedrunning it, knowing him. All right, we're raid Main Stun. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow night. Until then, have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.